Welcome to HueFin News. Today is November the 8th, 2017, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we give you news according to the charts through the price bars and the volume. And as always, we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather we are the interpreters of the cryptocurrency market. We are here to forecast and analyze the price movements of some of these major cryptocurrencies / altcoins to predict where they are going, whether it's higher in price or lower in price. And you guys can see that the market cap went past $200 billion and now rests at $206 billion. And yesterday it was at $197 billion. So obviously the demand for cryptocurrency is growing, and we can only expect that number to ever increase until it hits mass market hysteria. So you guys can see that today in the cryptocurrency market, the news that SegWit 2x was not going to happen, and then the market kind of fluctuated higher and lower in price for a lot of these altcoins and Bitcoin in particular. One of the things I want to tell you is that prior to any of the news occurring in the marketplace, it has already been said on the price charts. And we have forecasted that a lot of these altcoins and Bitcoin were going to move on maybe like the last 2 trading days. You guys can check out our video where we continually said that our analysis was for them to continue to move higher. And once the news that the SegWit 2x for Bitcoin was not going to occur, then we had these altcoins shoot higher. But it was already on the price charts, and that's the critical part that a lot of traders need to get to and understand, is that prior to any public news release, the information is already on the price chart. The market was already primed for a move way before the news came out. So that's why you guys want to make sure you subscribe here, because before the news hits mass market, those who have already known about the news or what's about to occur has already placed their money into the crypto market so they could ride the wave once it hits the public marketplace. So that's why we are here to join in with those who are in the know, so when the market moves, we can move along with them. And even our analysis on yesterday, we foretold that these altcoins were going to move higher, and a lot of them went directly where we said it's going to go, and some actually shot over from where we predicted them to go. But nevertheless, profitability is consistent here at HueFin News, and it becomes kind of mundane once you continue to be profitable in so many days, and you can forecast price movement with such accuracy that, you know, some days I might come in excited and other days this becomes normal. And this is where a lot of traders need to get the understanding as well. So by you guys continually watching these videos, hopefully you're gaining that confidence and seeing some of the moves that these market participants are doing, so you can participate along with them. Now, we're not giving you all of the language that the market use. We're just giving you a small snippet of the language that they use on a daily basis, because it is a encompassing, in-depth language that they use. But once you understand it, you will definitely be able to take your trading and your profitability to new levels. And not only that, you're able to take it to other markets. Once the cryptocurrency market becomes non-volatile, you could take it to another market to where we have a lot of higher volatility in the market, so you can get faster gains at those particular locations, because this language is not just for the cryptocurrency, it's for all markets anywhere within the financial realm. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste too much of your time, but you guys can see that the market cap for Bitcoin is now at $123 billion, and they had a fantastic day today, up 4.28%. And then Ethereum is up 5.41%. Bitcoin Cash is up 1.41. Ripple's up 3.38. Litecoin up almost 1%. Dash almost up 6%. Neo up 19.61%. And Monero up 14.30. I'm just kind of grinning because we told you in our video yesterday, if you guys noticed that some of the altcoins have already broke out to higher prices, and there were some who did not participate at that time. And that was a clue for you guys to kind of pay attention to what other altcoins did not break out yet, and kind of focus your attention on that particular altcoin. And Neo was one of those. And today it finally broke out, up almost 20% in one day. That is phenomenal. Same thing as well with Monero, up 14.30%. And lastly, Ethereum Classic broke out in the positive, just a small gain, up 0.37%. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and see what is going to occur in the future for these cryptocurrencies. So now you guys can see that Bitcoin is up 4.21%. Last trade was at $7,385. So this is what occurred today in the market after the news that SegWit 2x was going to occur, that it was not going to occur, and the market shot up like in euphoria. But then obviously the stockpile came back in and revealed itself, and the volume is almost the same as what occurred on the 2nd of November, but the spread is a lot wider. So obviously the market was moving fast as Bitcoin was moving higher, but we still have that stockpile on the market. It was a very healthy day in terms of where the market closed for Bitcoin. Consider that it was always all the way down here at $7,102, and it closed around 70,500. So that is a very modest gain for Bitcoin. But what can we expect? We are still getting stockpile right here at this price area around 7,500 and $7,000 for Bitcoin. So at least Bitcoin is going to continue to trade sideways. And right now you guys can see that that range or consolidation for Bitcoin is right here in between 7,000 and 7,500. The market has not closed above 7,500 yet, and maybe tomorrow might be that time because we do have a lot of stockpile. But given the fact that we had this very wide spread and that the market was able to close at the high, then our best analysis at the current moment is for Bitcoin to trade sideways, and we're still looking at 7,000 as a low for Bitcoin to come in touch. It might need to come to $7,250 and then move higher from there. And now if it moves higher from there, then it can come all the way back up to the highs that occurred today. So that will have to be our analysis at the moment for Bitcoin. We have to acknowledge the fact that we do have sellers in the market for Bitcoin, and that can push the market all the way back down to 7,000 as well for that fact alone. And then we have to take into account that Bitcoin closed higher than the close from yesterday. But overall, as a general look at this particular price chart, you guys can see that we are getting stockpile almost consistently for Bitcoin. And if the market does not fall from this price area, then definitely Bitcoin will be moved higher. But if it does continue to give us these push to go down bars and stockpile bars keep coming in, then the market will be falling. So that will be our analysis. So now let's go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 5.73%. Last trade was at $307.68. Told you guys that we needed to see a push to go up bar for Ethereum to break through that $310 area, and it broke through and shot all the way up to almost $320. So that is very phenomenal. And the fact that the bar still closed right here around 310, it kind of gives us the clue that the market is wanting to break through $310 again. We have the volume to back this particular bar. The spread is very wide. We still have sellers, so we have to take that into account. And that could mean that Ethereum can come down and touch $300 again. Okay, so we want to put that into our analysis on tonight, that Ethereum can come back down to $300. But overall, given the fact that the volume is increasing and it's close above the close from yesterday, tells us that Ethereum at least will trade sideways, and we're looking for $300 to maybe around 320 again. It might come to the high that occurred on the 30th of October, which was $314 as well. But if majority of today's volume is selling, then it can come all the way back down to 290. But we're not necessarily seeing that to occur. It might come to 295 if the sellers are definitely in control of the market. But right now, we will just say that it might come down to 300 and touch, and around 315 as the range for Ethereum. So now let's go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is up 4.35%. Last trade was at $628.02. And you guys can see during the news when SegWit came out, SegWit 2X came out, the market for Bitcoin Cash shot all the way down to 520. Now originally our analysis was for them to move lower, and it was looking around 580 was the location for us to expect Bitcoin Cash to move to. But due to the fear of sellers in the market, it came all the way down to 520. But to see that Bitcoin Cash closed above the close from yesterday, and this very widespread with the volume particularly backing this move, then Bitcoin Cash is still aiming for higher prices, and that will be at least to $640. That's where we're expecting them to at least come and touch. It might need to be to the high of this bar, but this is a very good precursors of strength bar, and we would like to get that confirmation, and it might come to the high 660 again, depending on if these buyers are still active in Bitcoin Cash. But overall, this is a definite precursors of strength bar. We will be expecting them to move higher, and first point will be $640, then $660 for Bitcoin Cash. The market might even trade sideways on tomorrow just to take a break, but overall, Bitcoin Cash is giving us more precursors of strength at this price area, and we will be expecting them to continue to move higher. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is up 6.64%. Last trade was at 21,862. So we have been analyzing Ripple, saying that they were forecasted to move higher, and we analyzed to go up to around 22 cents. The market went to a high of 22,417. So our analysis was pretty much accurate for Ripple to move higher. The volume is healthy for today's particular move. We do have stockpile in the market, so it might come down a little lower, and that will be right here around 21 cents. In case the sellers are in control. If not, then we're looking for Ripple to at least come to 23 cents, and it might touch it due to the fact we have a lot of resistance / support for Ripple right at around 23 cents. If we get a push to go up bar to break through 23 cents, then expect it to go to 24 at least. So now let's go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 3.43%. Last trade was at $62.16. So guys, I want you to notice that the volume for today and yesterday is almost exactly the same, but the spread is a lot smaller. So obviously it tells us that the market participants came and tried to push the market down, try to suppress the price, and we forecasted them to come to $64, and it did that. It came to $64.26, but we still have stockpile on this particular bar, and Litecoin may be trading sideways for us on tomorrow. And if so, it might come right back down to $60, or it might come back up to the high, open and close from the 16th and the 17th of October which is $64, almost $65 again. We have to acknowledge the fact that stockpile is here, but the market is still healthy overall for Litecoin. So the gist of this particular move for Litecoin would be higher in our analysis, but we do acknowledge that it might come down and touch $60 as well. So now let's go to Dash. So Dash is up 8.58%. Last trade was at $314.16. So the volume for today's bar is definitely in concurrence with moving higher. This is a push to go up bar, precursors of strength. So we will be expecting Dash to move higher. The volume is increasing as the market is moving higher, which we would like to see. So with that being said, our analysis will be taking them at least towards 320 first. That would be the first area that we would like to see Dash come to, and it look like it's going to definitely do that. But if we still get precursors of strength right here around $320, then $330 would be the next location for Dash. So our overall analysis is just for them to continue to move higher. We don't necessarily see any precursors of weakness currently in the short term for Dash. So our analysis is still for them to move higher. So now let's go to Neo. So Neo is up 16.75%. Last trade was at $30.56. And we knew that Neo was going to be moving higher on yesterday due to the amount of volume that occurred on this very small spread. We said that that was a precursor of strength, and our analysis was to originally come to 28, but we told you yesterday that it might go higher than that due to the amount of volume that we saw yesterday. So we was correct in our analysis. The market definitely shot higher for Neo, which is a very good sign that we are forecasting. It looked like Neo will continue to be moving higher. So with that being said, we're looking for them to at least come, in order to come and touch $30. It might come back up to the high of 32 or even $34 for Neo. We say that because the volume on today's bar is very strong. It tells us that the market participants are in agreement to higher prices. So they will continue to move higher and maybe come and touch $32 and move lower. But if we continue to get precursors of strength where the market is currently trading, then it could come all the way back up to $34 as well. It might come to $32. So we'll change our analysis. Instead of 34, we'll say 32. Now, if the majority of this volume that we see on today's bar are selling or sellers, then expect the market to come back down to 28, and that's a very huge drop for Neo, because there's nothing else in the background to grab and hold it from moving lower. So overall, we're looking for them to move higher. So now let's go to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is up 1.65%. Last trade was at $13.87. So we have already told you guys, you should not be surprised that we said that Ethereum Classic was going to take a break and start trading sideways, because we had the stockpile revealing itself right here around this area, because we had all of this in the background that Ethereum Classic would have to go through in order for them to move higher. But currently, one of the positive things we can say about Ethereum Classic is that it's not falling. So we still are expecting them to move higher. We have been getting stockpile over the last 4 trading days, but the volume has been decreasing, as well as the spread, which tells us that the overall selling for Ethereum Classic is drying up, and we will be looking for Ethereum Classic to move higher as well. But we have to wait until the market gets done moving sideways. So we're still looking for $13.50 for Ethereum Classic to come and touch, and then it might come back up to a high that occurred today, which was around $14.30. But if the selling in today's bar volume is exceedingly high, then the market can come right back down to support and touch, just like it did on the 7th as well as the 6th of November. So the last one we're going to do for today is Monero. So Monero is up 15.08%. Last trade was at $113.01. So we saw this occurring all the way back on the 5th of November, where you guys could go check and watch our video for Monero, that we mentioned that the volume has dried up at this price area, that we will be expecting them to move higher, and we got this push to go a bar, and we said on this day, on the 6th, that this is a definite precursor to strength and that we would be expecting Monero to move higher. And it took a break on the 7th of November, but we got the continuation of higher prices for Monero, which is a very, very good sign. Now, since it's now trading around $112, the next area for Monero to come and trade could possibly be, it might come all the way back down to 110 or even 105 if the majority of this volume for today was selling. But if not, then the next area for Monero to come to would be $120. That would be the next location for Monero to come and trade if the buyers are still in control, which as of right now they are, because over the last 3 trading days we have precursors of strength being revealed. So Monero is still in the continuation phase of moving higher, so we're still looking for them at least come to 120, but it might come to the lows around 107 where the open and close were all the way back on the 25th and 26th of August. It might come there and touch, so keep that in your mind as well. But overall, the key thing is to learn the language of the markets, because before any news come out for the public to know about, you guys got to understand that the market participants or those who are in the know have already placed their funds prior to the news coming out, so they can reap the benefits of everyone else becoming aware of the news, and then they will make their profits that way. So that's one of the benefits of understanding the language of the markets. So guys, appreciate all the new subscribers. Check out our video calls, just some of the basics, so you guys can get used to the terminology that I use here on a daily basis. Go ahead and leave us your comments. You guys got any questions, go ahead and leave it there as well. And don't forget that we put those timestamps in the description for you guys too if you run short of time. But nevertheless, this is the way to stay profitable in the markets that so many traders are lacking. Now, we're not, like I said earlier in all my other videos, we don't diss you guys using other technical indicators, because we don't consider what we do a technical indicator. This is a language, and we teach it as well as show it to you as you guys learn in a totally different language, because this is exactly what it is. It's a language, and once you understand the language and then you place more technical indicators into your trading, then your trading will probably increase as well. But here we just don't need those technical indicators, because we are very fluent in understanding this language, and it has been very profitable for us. But that's all we have for today, guys. Stay profitable, stay watching these videos. That's all we have, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.